Hey there, how's it going? That is the Ganges River. Actually, it is called the Bhagirathi. As you can see, it is quite small. Here in the Himalayas of northern India. And this little settlement here is called Gangnani. There are some hot springs up above those lodges up there, which I will show you in just a second. I'm staying in a room in a lodge right there for 300 rupees, which is about $5. I just arrived here yesterday, and I'm staying again tonight, and we'll see, maybe stay another night. As you can see, it is a nice, peaceful, relaxing scene here. The source of the Ganges River is straight up that way, probably roughly where this hotel is, 40 kilometers, a little bit past that probably. You actually have to hike. Once you get to the end of the road, then you have to hike from there. I guess it's about 20 kilometers one way to Gangotri Glacier, which is the source of the Ganges River. Of course, there are many different tributaries that come together to form the Ganges, but the Bhagirathi here is considered to be the true Ganges, the original Ganges coming out of the Himalayas. And so I'm about a day and a half bus journey from where I started in Rishikesh. Was it yesterday? No, day before that in the morning. Rishikesh is a very touristy place, but not many people end up coming up into this part of India, into the Himalayas. People go to different areas, over to Dharamsala and Manali and Leh and Ladakh. But for some reason, then not many foreigners come up here. And this right here is very little known. It's not like mentioned in any guidebooks that I know of. And so I thought that I would tell the story really quick of how I ended up finding this place at Gangnani. And then I'm going to walk up there, show you the hot springs, and give a little tour of the, situation going on here. It is a very funky kind of a scene, very basic, but pretty cool. A nice place to hang out for a couple of days and get a break from the modern world, the internet. There's no Wi-Fi here. There's no power in my room right here. I came here once before, exactly 10 years ago, or almost exactly 10 years ago. Now is December of 2017. I came up here in January of 2008 and spent 5 days up here. And so the way that I ended up finding out about this place is very random. I flew into India in December of 2007, flew into Delhi and went up to Rishikesh from there, and I was sitting on the train and ended up sitting next to some people that I think they were Italians. It was a family, and they lived here in India, and we just got to talking, and in the course of our conversation, for some reason, I randomly asked them, do you know of any hot springs up in the Himalayas? I was just thinking it'd be cool to do a Himalayan adventure, and if I was gonna be in the Himalayas in winter, it'd be nice to have some hot springs there to warm up. And they said, yeah, there's this place called Gangnani. And it's up above Rishikesh. You can get there, there's a place to stay, you can find some food. Like, they were very sort of vague about it, but ultimately they said, yeah, you can do it, you can get there, and it'll be cool. So I took their advice. I stayed in Rishikesh for a while, a couple weeks or whatever, and then decided, okay, going for it. Middle of January in 2008, then I headed up here and found this place. Hello. Here's a shrine. And a path going down the hill a little ways. And so I'm going to walk up here, get up to the hot springs, and show the different lodges here along the way. And so this is basically a stopping point on the way to Gangotri Glacier. There is a temple back up there called Gangotri Temple. It's, at the end of the road there, another 40, 50 kilometers, something like that. And that temple is a destination for Hindus in India. And so people will make the journey from, wherever in India to go up to that temple, and they will come along here and stop here to, get lunch, get a tea, and then maybe soak in the hot springs. And so it does see tourism, mostly in terms of Indians coming through here. I'm sure that some foreigners do make their way up here, but more likely in the warmer months, in the summer and stuff, because now the temple is closed and it is a little cold, but not bad. Like, I'm nice and warm right now. Hello. And so my room is right down here. I'll show it really quick. Not going to go inside because there's no electricity, so you can't see much, but pretty decent room with a private bathroom there for $5 and a nice view. And then the hot springs are just a 10-second walk. And so this is where I stayed the last time, 10 years ago, Rishalak. That is the manager of the hotel that I'm staying at now. So this is the hot springs. There's a pool for women over there, and then this is just for men. And there is the source of the water. It is super hot. The springs are like the perfect temperature right now. I just went in this morning. The temperature fluctuates a little bit depending on how much water is coming down from there. You can actually adjust it. It was a little bit too cool yesterday, and then somebody went up there and fiddled around and got the flow going a little bit better, and it warmed up. Looks like there's a little temple up here. Ganesha. Hanuman. Wow. I guess that might be a goddess. Wow, this is wild. And there's like a bed, it looks like. Maybe somebody, yeah, there's two of them. Looks like this is somebody's home there. Nandi the bull and Shiva. And that is the hot water. And then there's also a spot where you can sort of take a shower over there, and I'm not going to go bug them. And then down here goes to the road again. A little shop here on the left. I had dinner last night and breakfast at a little dhaba, it's called, just like a basic eatery, right next to where those guys were sitting. Had a great thali for dinner last night and a couple of omelets for breakfast. And then here is the end of town. A couple more little dhabas here. So there you go, a tour of very interesting and remote Gangnani in the Himalayas of northern India. Thanks for watching. More coming from the Himalayas. I'm going to be hanging out here for maybe tomorrow again and then head back down the hill. Check the links down below this video for the previous video and for the next video if you want to see more of this amazing adventure of mine into the Himalayas. See ya.